Hi, my name is Guido Lavorata, and what we want to do is we want to review a little bit of what we learned last week, and then we want to learn a new song called Face Off. So the song that we learned last week was Four String Fun from the book Americana Strings, page 11. We learned how to play all our open strings. We learned that this time signature 4/4, the top number 4 means that there's 4 beats in a measure. We learned that this 4 with this dash is a multi-measure rest. And we learned that that there's 4 measures here. There's 4 beats in a measure. So that means you're going to rest for 16 beats. And then you'll start playing. All right. And we learned that this is 4 measures. This is going to be measure number 5. This is measure number 6, measure number 7, and then that's why we have an 8 here at the beginning of the second line. So measures are these like rectangle areas. So the distance from this line, which is called the bar line, to this line, which is called a bar line, is a rectangle, but we don't say rectangle, we say measure. So here's another measure, here's another measure, and now this is measure 8. So measure 8, then this is measure 9, this is measure 10, that's measure 11, then guess what? Beginning of the third line, measure 12, 12, measure 13, measure 14, measure 15, and that's why we have 16 there. Measure 16, measure 17, measure 18. So if I was to say, tell me the letters in measure 14, you would look, well, there's 12, here's 13, here's 14. So the letters in measure 14 are E, 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 E. We also learned what these eyeglasses were for. The eyeglasses are drawing attention to a musical symbol you should know. That's a repeat sign. These eyeglasses are drawing attention to this musical symbol, also a repeat sign. These 2 dots are looking at these 2 dots. I like to call those dots these eyes. So when you come here, these two eyes are looking at these 2 eyes. So you have to go back to here and play this section again, and then you move on, and then you come to the end. We also learn that these letters are located at different spots of the staff. So these letters right here, G's, are below the staff. So they're going to make very low sounds. All right. These letters, E's, are up on top of the staff. Those are going to make higher sounds, higher pitched sounds. Okay. And then we have these A's kind of like in the middle of the staff. Those sounds are not going to be high. They're not going to be low. They're going to be right in the middle. So we learned a lot on 4-string fun. We are now going to transfer those letters into ovals, regular music notes. Okay, those regular music notes look like this now. This is our new song, Face Off. You'll notice that Face Off has partner 1, partner 2, partner 1, partner 2. This is a call and response. So like when someone calls you on the phone, you wait, listen, and then you respond. Okay, that's what is happening here. Your teacher will call and then you'll respond. You might ask, why are there letters only under partner 2? That's because partner 2 is usually the student that is just learning and doesn't know how the letter names of these dots yet. So what we want to try to do is we want you to really challenge yourself to memorize that all these ovals below the staff, below the second ledger line, these are all going to be G's. Now, I want to warn you that this is the violin low G. So if you look up here, so if you're sitting next to someone and you say, Mr. L, their G looks funny, that's because there's different clefs in each instrument has its own unique clef. So for example, this is the violin clef. It's also called the G clef because this tail wraps around the second line, which is the G line. This is the viola clef right here. I like to say that the viola clef is made with two angel wings that comes to a point here on top of the third line, which is the C line. So this viola clef is also called the C clef. Now don't get confused. The middle line for the viola is C, but the middle line for the violin is B. So that's why you can't look at your neighbor's music. It's going to be confusing. So now this is the cello clef. This is the cello clef right here. It's also called the F clef, and it's also called bass clef. Okay, so the reason why it's called F clef is because this curly Q wraps around the F line. Okay, this is the bass clef, also called the F clef, because they share the same cello and bass. They share the same clef. Okay, now you might say, why is that a G? Why is that a G? This is a high G. That's a low G because it's lower on the staff. Okay, so anyway, now let's get back to our music right here. And what I want to do is we are going to point and say the letter names. Here we go. Say it with me. So the teacher will start. So I'll be the teacher. I'll say it first and you say it second. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, G, rest. Oops. What is that? That squiggly thingamajiggy is a rest. Let's look up here. This is a quarter rest. Let's all sing the quarter rest song. Draw a Z, then add a C. Draw a Z, then add a C. Draw a Z, then add a C. And we call that a quarter rest. Now, the quarter rest and the quarter note share a couple things in common. Number one, they share the same name, quarter, quarter, quarter note, quarter rest. They also share how many counts they get. So the quarter note gets one count and the quarter rest gets one count, except the quarter rest is a silent count. The quarter note we actually hear, the quarter rest we don't hear. But you should always tap your toe or your heel 4 times in each measure because this song says that there's going to be 4 beats in a measure. So I'm going to say it and you're going to respond. So G, G, rest, rest. G, G, rest, rest. G, rest, G, rest, G, rest, G, rest. And then this is D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, D, rest, rest. D, D, rest, rest. D, rest, D, rest, D, rest, D, rest. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, A, rest, rest. A, A, rest, A, rest, A, rest. D. D we all play together. Tutti in Italian means together. So we don't echo, we don't respond. This last measure, we all play D together. Okay, so I'm going to be a partner one, you'll be partner two. And so later, when you get more comfortable with this, the teacher will allow you to partner up with somebody in the class and you will take turns with each other. So one of you will be partner one, the other will be partner two, and then switch. And then you'll train yourself to memorize the letter names of the ovals, even though there's no letters beneath that. Okay? And we want you to become musical literate, and so that you'll be able to say the letter names even though there's no letters underneath the notes. Okay, so now what I'd like for us to do is let's continue with me being partner one, you being partner two. We're going to point to the notes, and I am going to put the metronome on. The metronome is it helps you play to the beat. And so before you start playing, there's going to be 8 beats of the metronome. So for example, let's listen for 8 beats. Wait 1 second. So listen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G, G, G. So that's when you, so listen to 8 beats. You could count the 8 beats. You could count the 8 beats like this. You could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And so you'll come in on the 9th beat, or the beat 1 of the 3rd measure. Okay? So here we go. Let's try saying the letters. I'm going to say partner 1, you're going to say partner 2. Here we go. Point to the notes and say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, G, rest, rest. G, G, rest, rest. G, rest, G, rest. G, rest, G, rest. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, D, rest, rest. D, D, rest, rest. D, rest, D, rest. D, rest, D, rest. A, 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 A. A, 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 rest, rest, A, rest, rest, A, rest, A, rest, A, rest, A, rest, D. Okay, you see how we play tutti at the very end. So now I'd like for you to try this experiment. I'd like for you to, because sometimes you're going to be home by yourself and there will not be a partner with you. So there's a way for you to play this song with the metronome by yourself. So what you'll say is, you'll say partner 1, but you'll play partner 2. So it'll go like this. You'll say partner 1. You'll go G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, G, rest, rest. Rest, rest. G, rest, G, rest. D, 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 D. And so on. Okay, so we are doing pizzicato. So we started, we are going to continue with pizzicato on this song and also with this song. And then we'll go back and we're going to do those same 3 songs with Wooden Dowels. Okay, so now if you don't have the Wooden Dowels, you could make a fist around your frog and you could slide your side of your stick against your shoulder and you could go like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, rest, rest, down, up, rest, rest, down, rest, up, rest, down, rest, up, rest. We're going to do that, and then we will transition, and we'll do the same 3 songs 3 different ways. Once with pizzicato, once with sliding the Wooden Dowels over your shoulder, making sure you flex your wrist. For violins and violas, we want you to flex your wrist. And then we'll do it playing our instruments. Our left hand will be on the upper bout, and we'll go like this. G, G, all right, like this. G, 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 G. Or you could say it first, sorry. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. G, G, rest, rest. Rest, rest. G, rest, G, rest. So on the rest, you stop your bow. If you're doing pizzicato, you don't pluck. You just freeze, okay? So now the next song will be Leaping Bows, and this is going to be even better for you to train yourself to identify letters which each of these notes here, because this whole group is G's, but there's only one G in the beginning. So you're going to challenge yourself to know that each of those are G's. So you try to memorize that the first one's given, but the rest you're going to have to try to memorize that these are all G's. And the same thing with here. D's, those are all D's. A's, and so on. Now, I really don't want you to write letters here where there's none. I want you write letters in the answer key. So you could write, there's a G, there's a D, there's an A, and then this is called a quarter rest. Okay, so now when you come to a note that you're not familiar with, look at the answer key and that will tell you the answer, all right? Now, so I want you to go ahead. I'm going to give you a practice calendar, and I want you to practice every day. I want you to practice the 4-string fun, face-off and leaping bows, pizzicato, and then practice 20 minutes a day. Write down 20 minutes in each box, and then at the end of the week, have your parent or guardian in cursive initial, and then at the end of the month, have your parent or guardian sign their name, and then we'll put those in our grade book, okay? Have fun and enjoy playing. Music is a wonderful, wonderful experience, and you're going to certainly make beautiful sounds, and your parents are going to be so proud of you. All right, well, take care. Thank you for listening.